Welcome back, everyone. For today's video, we are going to be playing at some of the new bots that are on chess.com for the month of June. Now, one thing that really stood out to me when I looked at the monthly bots that Chess added is that there was one bot in particular called the Mechanical Turk, which currently is a question mark for rating, so we don't know how strong it is. But also, I was excited to play against it because it is a very historical chess machine from the ancient past. Now, those of you guys who are fairly new to chess probably aren't aware of what the Mechanical Turk was, but it was this automated machine that was created in about 1770, where it had this automated figure that would make moves and play against the best players in the world, and it was believed to be very strong. It beat players like Napoleon and Benjamin Franklin. Now, later on, it was discovered that the Mechanical Turk was actually, in fact, probably a device that was used to cheat, where there was someone hiding inside the contraption that could operate the machine, get it to play the moves. And so if there was a master player hiding inside, it was not actually an automated robot or an AI like we have today. At any rate, we now have a version of the Mechanical Turk, which is on chess.com, and we're going to play against this bot and see just how strong it is. All right, let's jump right into the action. So I'm going to start the first game with the white pieces, and I'm going to play the move e4. It plays c6. Let's go knight c3 and knight f3. Keep it very simple. Maybe the Mechanical Turk, in fact, learned the Caro-Kann opening from Levi Rosman, the famous YouTuber. We get d4, knight e2. I'm going to play knight g3. Now, the opening doesn't look spectacular. That looks like a free pawn. Wait, this is an opening I'm unfamiliar with. Has it just tricked me in the opening? I guess I'll go here and take. This looks like a free pawn, but maybe it's not. I'm a little bit confused here by this position because it looks like it's a free pawn, but I'm really actually not sure what's going on. So I'm going to play d3, attack the queen, try to develop my pieces eventually. Maybe I'll go g3, bishop g2 and castles. At least that's my hope. Let's go. I guess I'll go to b3 to attack this bishop, and then I'm going to go bishop g2 and castle the king out of the center of the board. Guess I play h3. Bishop h5, g4, bishop g6. I should be able to castle and be better. Here I'm simply up a pawn at the start, and I actually should be much better if not winning. So let's go. I could play rook e1. I could also play a3. I think I'm going to go rook to e1 here, followed by king f1 and rook e2 maybe. Okay, let's go a3. Stop knight to b4. I'm up a pawn. I have the two bishops here. Should be well on my way to winning this game if I am precise. Probably going to get knight f6. I'll play bishop to e3 and then king to d2 here. Let's take king d2, rook f1 probably. Should be a very, very good position here for me. I guess I'll go here, followed by rook f1. Maybe knight d4, knight f5 as well. Let's go rook f1. Great position, great pawn structure in the center of the board. Could play h4, but I think I'm going to reroute this knight to e2, guard the pawn on g3, or play knight f4. Go knight e2, followed by knight f4, knight d4. Not sure which square I'm going to put the piece on. I could play rook f5 as well. I could play knight d4, but I don't really like that as an option. So I think I'm going to go here and knight f3 to try and attack this pawn in h4. Let's go knight f3. We'll trade some knights here. Can take with the rook or the bishop. He has this knight h7, knight g5, which could be kind of annoying, in fact. So I guess I'll go e4, maybe king e3, d4 down the road. Probably we get knight g5. Let's go here, rook f5. Expected this. I'm up a pawn, but the main issue I have here currently is that this pawn on h3 is very weak, and the knight is always putting pressure on it. Now it goes knight e6, and this is actually a little bit scary now. I might have to be careful. If I go d4, I guess I go d4, maybe bishop f1, bishop d3. I don't really like my position, but I think I'm fine here. I hope I'm fine. Let's go c3 first. I'm probably going to sack the rook on f4 already here. Let's just sack it. Now I should have a bishop and two pawns for the rook. I should be a little bit better here, but it's going to be tricky to prove a win in this position. So let's go. Could play king f5 here. Could also play b3. I think I'll go. I think I'll go king f5 first. Attack the pawn. King e7, logical move. Could play d5 here. I don't know if it's a good move. It's always possible. I actually feel like somehow I've misplayed this. I'm not, in fact, even better anymore. Okay, I guess I'll go back. I'm just going to try to reset my position, not do anything stupid here. Let's go bishop 2. I could play bishop d3, maybe. I think I'm going to go bishop d3. I think I'm going to try to play e5 somewhere. Play c5. I go back. I'll trade. I trade. I still have two pawns to push up the board, but it's not really all that wonderful now that I look at the position a little bit more closely. I mean, I have e5 here. Can always take the pawn, but that looks very wrong. If I go g5, that's also wrong, probably. I go g5, e5. If I play e5 takes, rook c1, g5. Not ideal, let's put it that way. But that being said, if I go e5, takes rook c1, bishop f5, I'm going to go for it. Let's see if this works or not. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to play bishop f5 here, followed by g5, g6. Let's go king f4. If I get g5, g6, and I think I'm probably better. It's going to take, I go g6 here. I've got the two pawns. Rook a2. What is this move? This has caught me by surprise. I go g7. It's going to go rook g2, bishop g4, king f7. Huh. I feel like it tricked me. I feel like it tricked me. King g5 takes here. Let's go king g5. It's going to take. I'm going to push g7 and go king h6. e6 queen. I could also take h4 here. This is a very, very tricky position. I go e6. Check bishop g4 takes. I'm losing. I go g7. King f7. Check king g8. Bishop g6. This should be winning. Let's go here. Let's go here. Has to go rook g3 or else I have bishop to e6 to win the game. Okay, now I got it. Now I can play. Wait, actually, how do I have it? I guess I go e6. If king g8, I have bishop h7 mate. Now I queen, and I should be winning the game. Maybe. I wonder if I queen here or not. But I think if I queen, this has to be winning. I just check and take the pawn. There should be no fortress here. Let's check and take the pawn on a7. Now it's rook in 2 versus queen in 1. This should be winning here. Let's go check. Queen e4 next move. Or queen f4 maybe also. Let's go check. Let's take. This must be winning. It's actually not so simple, though. Go here. I don't know why it's checking my king all over the board. With my king getting close now, this should be a very simple win. It's going to have to move the rook. And now I can just start pushing the pawn of the board. Let's go check. I guess I'll go... do I want to play h4 or not? I think I'll go queen f4 first to stop him from pushing the pawn. And then I'm going to push h4, h5. Start pushing the h pawn up the board. And this should be pretty simple. Queen f3. Actually, let's go queen e3 and then queen e2 or h5. Actually, wait. If I check, king here takes, h5, b4, h6, b3, h7, b2. I'm still not fast enough. So let's go here to attack the rook, and then I'm going to push h5. And now it should be pretty straightforward. h6 incoming. If I sack, h6, b4, h7, b... Yeah, that's just winning. There we go. And now, because it's a b pawn here, there are many ways to win. I'll just bring my king back. Go check. Let's go check. I'm going to slowly zigzag the king until it's in front of the pawn. Let's go here. Check, check, check. Check, and now I play queen b3, queen c3, and then I bring the king back. As you'll see, now the king's in front of the pawn, so I start bringing my king back. I could go king c3 here and let it queen. Let's go here. If it queens, I go queen f4 and queen d2 checkmate. So it's probably going to underpromote to a knight. Now I go king d3. Check. It has to go king a1. Move the queen, and now I bring the king over, and it should be checkmate in a couple of moves. Let's go here. King b3. There is knight b5, which I didn't see, but after knight d4, I have queen e5 to collect the horse, and now I win the game. I'll go here, 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 and checkmate. And there we go. So we get a win against it in the first game. Now we'll play once against it with the black